Yo, yo, yo.
What up? What up? What up?
Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition. Cut. Oh, Jody Cohen. We got my man Jarrell Solo on Sports Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Man, how you feeling, my guy?
I'm feeling great today, man. 65 degrees. Have my little light jacket on. Feeling good, baby. Nice weather out here. Yeah, I'm living the. What about y'all? What y'all working with up there for? Us heat, bro.
Close to 50 today.
Oh, that's nice.
I ain't gonna say nice. It was serviceable. It was better than the below zero we was facing a couple of weeks ago. So I'll take it.
You ain't lying about that.
I don't want to hear Soul shit. I don't want to hear Soul shit. I don't ever want to hear him say nothing about no damn weather unless it's summertime for us. If it ain't summertime for us, Soul, don't rub it in. Pause. 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 Hey, man. Listen, man, you know what today is, man. I never thought that I would see this day come. I know a lot of people have been hinting around about it. Uh, a lot of the fans of this organization said that they needed to change. They haven't won a playoff game in a lot of years. I think he's 0-7. And you know who we were talking about. We're talking about Mike Tomlin. Before we get to that, I got my man Kev in the building. So hit that like button. We got King Minks in the building. He said, my guys, what's going on? Since Jody told Mike Tomlin to retire and come join the show. I did. He's going to come over. He put in the application. I'll let y'all know when the draft is. And then we got a agent in the building. So I found a petty shirt for you. What's up, fam? King Minks said, Ray, a.k.a. the coolest barber in Ohio. So
Appreciate you.
let's get
Ohio
right to
players.
This is what we here for, y'all, man. Like, this is definitely what we. Matter of fact, before we even get to that, let's talk about the reason why he probably called it a day. And Ray, we got, man, the Texans absolutely dominated this game, even though your boy tried to give it away multiple times. CJ Stroud was trying to get a game away, but he didn't. And he has another playoff win, 3 straight years with a playoff victory. You can't take that away from the brother. I know y'all don't believe that to be the case. But Ray, talk to me about this game right here. And, the complete dominance happened in the fourth quarter because it was pretty close into the fourth, man. Talk to me about that.
Man, listen, the defenses was getting after it. Both defenses was getting after it. We already know um that the Texans have a stout defense, and the Steelers have prided themselves on being a defensive team. Run the ball, but defense is where they hang their hat on. TJ Watt was out there getting after it a little bit. Highsmith was getting after it, but it didn't matter. After a while, you know, they just went out there and did what they needed to do. I think the defense for the Texans is just flat out scary. They're just flat out scary, man. Like they caused the turnover, ran it back for a touchdown. They was just getting after it, man. I like what they did. I like how they're winning. I would like to see more on the offensive side, of course. But nevertheless, man, that defense is scary, and they say defense wins championships. Then this this team is definitely on its way to doing just that and potentially winning a championship with this defense, man. But the way that they dominated yesterday was just crazy and phenomenal, man. I hang my hat, I tip my hat to them, man, because they did their thing.
No doubt. Soul on Sports, man. Talk to me about this complete domination on the defense side of the ball. Two defensive scores, and they held Aaron Rodgers under 175 yards passing, sacked him 4 times. Talk to me about that. So,
Well, dominate, like you said, Jody, the nastiest defense in the NFL, definitely down there in H-Town. They dominate this football game. Even one of the turnovers C.J. Stroud had, he fumbled the ball. I think Pittsburgh ended up with the ball like at the 20-yard line. I think they might have picked up 3 yards. They barely got those 3 yards, and they ended up having to kick a field goal. If it wasn't for C.J. Stroud with his mistakes, they probably scored 50 on these guys yesterday. The running game was nice. this Pittsburgh offense has been shaky all year. A shaky offense against a dominant defense. Good luck. Against a quarterback that can't move, you asking for trouble, and you asking for retirement and coaches leaving their positions.
No doubt. King Ming said they haven't won since Barack Obama was in office.
Wow.
Teresa said the Pittsburgh Steelers coach quit there telling Browns grab him up. She said, how you doing? To the guys. Teresa, hope you're having a great and fabulous day. Richard Novell said, what's up to the fellas? And King Ming said Aaron Rodgers will be with the Vikings next year or solo drinking. We'll talk about that.
Solo drinking.
So we got my nephew in the building, Donald, the voice of the youth, man. Talk to me about this brutal beating. I called the cops in Three River. I'm calling the old stadium. I called the cops. It was a beatdown over there. It was brutally beating up Aaron Rodgers. It was elderly abuse. Talk to me about this game.
Yeah.
I think the worst possible combination is a pass rush like that and a guy that old, period. But that defense is, flat out serious. Like, to the point where they look like one of the Tampa 0-2 defense or something. They look good. But no, the way they dominant, they look good. Now maybe they got to.
They look good, not that good.
The way they looked last night, I'm not gonna say they're good because they still gotta play somebody.
They got better corners than Rondé Barber. I'm sorry. I thought I had my mic muted. I'm sorry, Joe.
What kind of shit is this?
But no, they look good, and it's crazy. I'm thinking they're gonna keep it close, and Aaron Rodgers maybe can make a play at the end. They didn't leave no room for error. But then again, you know I've been highly critical of quarterbacks. CJ Stroud, he probably did everything he can do to try to lose. They just couldn't lose.
No doubt. Michael, the people champ in the building, man. Talk to me about this beat down. This was a take you behind the woodshed and beat the shit out of you game. And the Texans, they look dominant. I don't care what Aaron Rodgers, I don't care if DK Metcalf was there. None of that shit mattered yesterday, Mike. Talk to me.
You ever seen that competition, the smacking competition, where these two guys line up across each other and they just smack the shit out of each other one at a time till somebody caves? Well, through the first half, that's what you had going on. You just had motherfuckers smacking the shit out of each other. And then in the second half, then the Texans were able to grab control of the game. I think they probably just wore Pittsburgh's offensive line down. There was no running game for Pittsburgh. And then once they got that scoop and score, and it was clear that the Pittsburgh was going to have to throw it just about on every down, they just pinned their ears back. And now Mike Tomlin will be in Atlanta soon enough.
Okay. This game, like I said, this was elderly abuse. This goes to show you that they should not got rid of Najee Harris, the running back. They had some good running backs, Gainwell and Warren, are good change of pace backs, but every down backs not so quite. That wasn't a good decision on Pittsburgh to let Najee Harris go, a guy that had 1,000 yards in 4 straight seasons. Of course, he got hurt. We don't know if he would have stayed healthy. But Aaron Rodgers needed some protection. He needed Aflac yesterday because did you see that man's helmet turn to the side? He was getting hit. And I don't even know why he even wants to play football anymore after the beating that he took from Will Anderson Jr. and Hunter. And then Petrie was all over the field. Derek Stingley Jr., all these guys. Algier got his first Pro Bowl, and he was playing like a Pro Bowler. But like I said, I picked the Houston Texans to go to the Super Bowl because this is going to be the year. You got to go through, of course. You got to go through Foxborough now. You still got to go through Josh Allen, but you don't have to go against Patrick Mahomes. You lost to Patrick Mahomes. You lost to Lamar Jackson. Neither one of those guys are there this year. CJ Stroud tried to do everything he could to get his damn game away, but it was like, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it. And the defense said, we'll take it. Great defensive performance, but I didn't see Pittsburgh ever having a great offense. So, he needs to get some Aflac on that shit.
Go ahead, Donald.
And you see what I'll be saying? Like, the quarterback gets the win, but it's no way in the world he was responsible for winning the game.
He made some key passes. Donald, he was making some key passes to Christian Kirk on third. It was a 3rd and 15. He got 36 yards. You
turn the ball over 4 times and win by 20.
He only turned the ball over 3.
They had 3 fumbles and interceptions.
The defense scored 2 touchdowns though.
It was 2. It was two fumbles and one interception. But hold on, and I'm glad you said what you said, Donald, because that's to my point. What I was about to ask. We saying that he tried to get a game away. Is it that? Could it be we praising Houston's defense? Could it be that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was really just bottling him up because he wasn't just fumbling the ball on his own. The defensive pressure was there. What are we talking about?
Hold on, Mike. I'm gonna let you get real quick. Let me answer that. The two fumbles that CJ Stroud had was on a bad fucking flea flicker. Why are you running a fucking flea flicker when they running the ball down the throat? And then he had another fumble. He had another fumble when he wasn't looking because he didn't have communication with the center. So look, and let's not act now. The interception was inapplicable, but the two fumbles you can't really say was on CJ Stroud. Go ahead, Mike.
You know what?
What's my point?
I apologize because everything's when they do good, it's all good, but when they do bad, it's an excuse for every single thing that goes wrong. I apologize.
So I'm gonna throw this one out there for you. Or could it be that this guy played for Ohio State, and now we're gonna make excuses for his poor performance in a playoff game that his team did manage to win, and that he did make a vital play or two. But had this been somebody else, would we be saying that? Now, I'm only asking Soul this question because the others are baked in the cake. So, Soul, if you could just answer that question for me, please, I would appreciate it.
We are all professionals on this show. We would never show biases to the team that we root for. That would not happen on this great podcast. There's no way that Donald Ray and Jody would do such a thing.
I'm an Ohio State fan, but he never done anything to do anything great for Ohio State. He didn't win anything.
And I'm glad you said that, Donald, because I could care less. My thing is, he ain't at Ohio State no more. And guess what? The time that he had an opportunity to win a national championship, he didn't get it done. Well, he did what he was supposed to do. The kicker didn't get it done. However, that's beside the point. I'm actually giving Pittsburgh defense some credit.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, was they playing very good defense? Because it was only 7-6 for 3 quarters. What are we talking about?
You know what though, Ray? Honestly, CJ Stroud hasn't been playing well the last month or so. They just been winning, but they haven't been playing well.
He hasn't. I'm not saying that. My question is my real question is the fumbles, the 2 fumbles, and the interception. Now the interception that really wasn't necessarily on him.
Bad throw.
Now, but there was some throws that wasn't intercepted that would have been on him had they been intercepted. I wouldn't be asking this question. But their defense, the 2 times, I'm just like, I don't know. We could really put the fumbles on CJ Stroud. The defense was just playing that damn good. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying that ball security from a quarterback, and this is where winning cures everything. It don't really matter what happened. It cures everything. Because had that score went the other way, we would be railing against the machine about his performance, whether it was a bad snap, it was wet, it was raining, Mason, Dixon, whatever. We wouldn't have cared. We would have known. Ray, I got lost. But anyway, we wouldn't have cared like what was going on. It would have been about, hey, he's got to protect the ball. Hey, he's got to fall on that ball. He just can't lose it. If it's a bad snap, fall on the ball, don't let nobody else get it. But they won the game. So, Donald, this is the tribute to what winning the game and saving your legacy. Because when we start comparing quarterbacks and we talk about like playoff wins and who like that tier we were talking about, this type shit gets swept under the rug because all anybody's going to remember is that they had a dominant defensive game and CJ Stroud won the game and they advanced to the next round in the eighth.
Yeah, CJ Stroud got 3 playoff wins now?
They got 3. But this is the thing that I think we leaving out about CJ Stroud. How many times did he complete passes on 3rd down to keep the drives going? That's what we're missing. He kept the drives going about 6 times on 3rd down, and it was a couple 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 6. And the one was 3rd and 15. He got 36 yards. So get big, and he was doing it without his number 1 wide receiver. And Nico Collins went out with a concussion. Christian Kirk stepped up and had a career game. Like I know y'all don't want to give credit to guys, but he made plays when he needed to. Did he almost get a game away? Because I'm thinking on that interception, he could have threw it out the back of the end zone and took the field goal. because points was at a premium. They would have scored 10 points and left the game with 10 points. They still would have won 10-6. So
I just want I agree with what everyone's saying, but I agree with Mike also. I'm like, okay, look, you got this Super Bowl worthy defense. Don't try to get fancy. You don't need flea flickers when you play in Pittsburgh. It's just keep it, play it real simple, and win the game. It doesn't. You don't have to do all that fancy shit against Pittsburgh because they can't score on your defense.
But that's coaching.
Yeah,
that's coaching. Coach called that play up. Coach dialed that play up. What are we talking about? We can't put that on CJ Stroud either. Did they execute it? Hell nah. Now we can put it on the players, but they called that dumb thing that you didn't even have to do against them.
I would be in the talk to the offense coordinator. Yeah, take that shit off the playbook. Yeah, don't call that shit no more.
now,
nigga, take that off now.
But if he don't call that play, then he's not creative. It's a no-win.
No, you don't have to be creative
situation. You could be
like this.
You could be creative and not do a fucking flea flicker. That shit only works once every 100 times it's called anyway. But King Mink said, question, did CJ Stroud get paid yet? No, he's still on his rookie contract.
Not yet.
He hasn't got paid yet. So it's a good time to win the championship now before they get paid and they got to lose some other guys. But guys, this is what we're here for, y'all. I never thought I would see this day. This was a historical day in sports, not just in the NFL. We're talking about a guy that has had a winning record for 19 consecutive seasons. Only one coach in NFL history had more. That was the great Tom Landry. He's tied with the great Bill Belichick. We're talking about head coach Mike Tomlin. I don't mean to have an S on that, but I'm going to start with you, Donald, on this one, man. Mike Tomlin stepping away from the game. How did you feel about Mike Tomlin? The rumblings for years have said get rid of him. Sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. Talk to me, Donald.
I mean, he's the model of consistency. But he won a Super Bowl. I can't say he won a Super Bowl. He actually did win a Super Bowl. I wonder how long does that last? And I mean, the guy lost 7 straight playoff games. So, it's like, all right, what are we doing here? Are we just cool? We're just making the playoffs, or do we really want to do something? So I think it was time I think they both wanted to part ways, but they appreciate what he done, so they let him step down before they fire him.
Okay. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think it's time for a change. Like the same thing I said with the Baltimore get rid of their coach. He's been there 19 years. It's not all on Mike Tomlin. This organization needs to start thinking outside of the box. They're so old school in Pittsburgh. I think they still use pagers. They need to start thinking outside of the box. They get more innovative offensive minds. They need to start spending all their money on defense and get a quarterback, get an offensive line. I mean, you got TJ Watt there. Ain't won a playoff game. He's one of these great defensive ends. They ain't never won shit. You need to trade him, change your philosophy, and possibly maybe you can get back to winning some playoff games. Because right now, Pittsburgh is stuck in the 90s, and everyone else is 2025. They need to rethink the way they do business. Now, not all Mike Tomlin's fault. I just think it's time for him to either go to TV or get another head coaching job somewhere else.
Okay, Mike, what do you think about Mike Tomlin stepping down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, 30 years ago, after that performance in Juice, I would have never thought that he was going to have this illustrious of a coaching career. and now what awaits him now is the opportunity to get back to his other craft of acting.
See, he ain't got the juice no more, Mike?
Because he ain't got the juice no more. So why you get to hold the gun? Because I already got it. But anyway, I hate to see Mike Tomlin. You know what? I don't hate to see him go out this way because he went out, pretty much in a mutual agreement, same kind of way Harbaugh did. He got his Super Bowl there. He's been the model of consistency. You'll never say that his winning percentage was bad because we all know that not to be true. And I think there's more coaching in his future. I don't know if it'll be next year. I don't know if it'll be a stint on TV or, in the movies or whatever he wants to do. But Juice 2 would be fantastic to see what direction they went with Q after all of that shit happened. But at the end of the day, He earned every year that he got. And at some point in time, if the Steelers can move away from Mike Tomlin, Jody Coleman, Dallas Cowboys can move the fuck away from Dak Prescott.
What does that have to do with anything? But okay.
Not a damn thing.
Eagles, Philly said, good evening, good brothers. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe and stay blessed. Asia said, it's hard to see him somewhere else, but I think he will do well wherever he goes. Is absolutely correct. Ray, talk to me about him stepping down from the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I kind of saw this coming. I didn't want him fired. Actually, if y'all was listening while the game was on, they actually said they was talking about it, and it was like, giving him the opportunity to go out on his own terms. One of the commentators said that, and I was sitting there listening. I was just like, it must have been Brady, and I was just sitting there looking like, it's about to be a wrap for them. It's about to be a wrap for him and Rodgers. I was like, so seeing the news, it just confirmed what I had already thought. I'm just glad that they didn't fire him. I think the Rooney family does real good by their coaches. Guy who has been like you said, the model of consistency. You really can't take nothing away from this guy, man. He's done it all. He's got the Super Bowl. Now the Super Bowl for him might have came with Cowher's talent because he won it kind of early on in his career, but he actually had to coach that team on. So I think it's cool. He's gonna bounce back. He will not go to TV. I don't think he has the personality for TV. Me personally, I think his sense of humor is a little bit too dry for TV. But hey, man, I think he'll do just fine. Just get him out of the AFC North unless he's coming to the Bengals. Hey, yo, pew!
Hey,
No
the Bengals
doubt.
only one with a coach left up there.
Right, it's only one team that kept their coach. Eagles Philly said he said the Eagles fired their offensive coordinator today. If they would have did that 6 weeks ago, the Eagles would still be playing. That's another scapegoat.
I don't know about that.
That was another scapegoat.
I don't know about that.
But what I think about with Mike Tomlin, when I was at the gym when I actually seen the news, and then Soul had posted it on the page. When I seen it, I was really disappointed. The reason why I was disappointed is because, when does your resume actually mean something in this game? I understand the 6 playoff, but it's a lot of teams that ain't did shit in that span. We got teams that ain't even made the fucking playoffs during that span. So, it's like, when does a resume even matters as a head coach? Like, and I know that they let him step away because they probably was going to fire him, but how do you fire somebody that was did what he was told to do? He was told to go win games. You're not going to win a Super Bowl every year. That's just how it goes. There's only one team that wins a Super Bowl. And right now, you didn't give him a chance to replace Ben Roethlisberger. They tried to go with Kenny Pickett. It didn't really work out. So now they've been shuffling the deck trying to get a quarterback. You know how hard it is to replace a legend, and like Bill Roethlisberger was. And I just think that going 10-7 with that roster, that's what that roster was. They didn't have an opposite receiver to DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf missed the last 2 games of the season. You didn't really have a number 1 running back. You had a whole bunch of people that was platooning at the running back position. Defensively, you had everybody was ancient on their defense. You got Cam Hayward who's still playing at a high level, but I think Cam Hayward was in school when I was in school.
Yeah, he's old.
I don't know, man. I think that he should have still stuck around for a little bit longer. In my opinion, Pittsburgh, they really were just a couple players away. They wasn't that far off. Did they have a championship caliber team? No. But it's a lot of teams that, guess what? It's going to be 31 other teams at the end of the season that don't have championship rosters.
I agree with Jody, but those other job teams don't have the same coach that's been there 20 years. I love Mike Tomlin. I think he's a great coach. It's not like I said. I don't think it's all on Mike Tomlin. I think they need to change their philosophy. They should have been thinking, hey, look, man, we need to get us a fucking quarterback. They knew goddamn well Kenny Pickett is not going to lead your team nowhere but to the middle of the first round. You're not going to go anywhere with Kenny Pickett. You need to be thinking, you know what, man? I love TJ Watt. He's a great Steeler. They should have traded him about 3 years ago. Could have got a shitload of first round picks for him. Moved up in the draft, got you a fucking quarterback, and maybe Mike Tomlin will still have his job.
Hey, now y'all be listening to me. I like how y'all be listening when I say trade these players, but It's crazy because guess what? The Pittsburgh Steelers are going after Malik Willis, who they could have drafted when they drafted Kenny Pickett. He was in he fell to the 3rd round. Kenny Pickett took it with the 20th pick, and I bet you they go after Malik Willis. Ain't that somehow how everything comes full circle, man? But real quick, Eagles Philly said, did y'all hear about what happened to the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice? He might be done. His career is getting ready to be over. I didn't hear that, so I'm gonna have to go read up.
He liked apparently one of his ex-girlfriends or saying that he put his hands on her and she's showing pictures of her beating up. I don't know if all this is true or not, but yeah, this is what's out there right now.
That's what he said. He said he got a domestic violence case against him.
Yeah, bro.
It looked like pictures in person, had a baby by his lip hole, face is messed up, crazy. And then Meek said the Steelers need to go get Jet Blake as their quarterback. Oops, I meant Kyler Murray. I don't know about that one. That's crazy. But now let's go around the horn. Ray, I'm gonna start with you. Did we see the last of Aaron Rodgers last night?
I hope so. I hope so. Listen, more so than the Steelers losing last night, watching Aaron Rodgers have to pick himself up off that ground multiple times did me some joy. Listen, Aaron Rodgers is just phenomenal talent, gonna be a Hall of Famer. But he has shown himself to be a pure asshole over the last couple of years. And I'm over it. I hope this is the last that we've seen of him, because the play, and more so than just my personal opinion on it, his play, especially last night, didn't exemplify that he needs to play anymore. How many more times can a 44-year-old is going to take the hits that he was taking? So, yeah, I hope that it is.
Ray that aged him a couple of years.
Oh, he's 42. My bad. That was what's your boy?
That's Rivers. Hey, Ray, in football years, you just aged that nigga like a dog.
He like 73.
Every
birthday count for 3, nigga.
In football years, he's 70 something.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Mike, man, what did we see the last of Aaron Rodgers last night?
Man, I remember when Allen Iverson played his last game. I remember when so many people played their last game at this point. Hell, I never know when I might be playing my last game. But anywho.
It'll be a quick one.
Oh, I'm going out quick. I can assure you of that. I ain't going to be on life support long. I'm going to be in and out. Flatline. How it's going to go. Don't mourn for me.
Oh. But it's gonna be 7 beats.
It ain't even gonna take that long.
Oh man, 6.5. The 7th one is already gone.
3. Beep, beep, boo. 6.
It's that hot pocket, dog. I told you, stay out that hot pocket. It's dangerous down there.
So, but back to Aaron Rodgers and his end of his career. So there's people that people love, there are people that people hate. And a lot of times we don't appreciate a lot of people today gone. I wasn't a huge fan of Tennessee guy, Peyton Manning. Wasn't a big fan of Peyton Manning's, but after Peyton Manning was gone, I'm like, you know what? I kind of miss Peyton Manning being around. And I really realized that it wasn't him, it was his fan base that was just crazy, just always trying to call him the GOAT when I saw something different with my eyes. And that was more the issue, not so much Peyton. And he's great for TV. So maybe Aaron Rodgers, when he does his victory lap around the world and gets on these TV shows and podcasts, you'll see a side of Aaron Rodgers that many people did like and enjoy.
Okay. So did we see the last of Aaron Rodgers last night?
I don't think so. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers to come out and have a press conference and say, I'm hanging it up. He loves attention. He's like the Kim Kardashian of the NFL. Show me more attention. I can see Aaron Rodgers dragging this thing out, not saying anything at all. And next year, people say, oh, look, this such a lost their quarterback. Maybe they should call Aaron Rodgers. I can see him dragging this out. And that way, we're still talking about him not only this offseason, but during the season next year. So, no, I don't think we've seen of A-Rod, last of A-Rod on the sidelines.
Hey, Mike, why don't they call up Vinny Testaverde? They calling all these old ass quarterbacks. Call fucking Vinny up. Shit.
Well, Vinny older than me, bro. I don't think that's a move in the right
Shit, they
direction.
calling all these ain't they call him. Donald, did we see the last of Aaron Rodgers last night?
Man, that look on his face when they went to that cut scene and he wasn't getting back in the game that last drive, it's over, man. It's over. That look, that was it. And what's crazy, two things stick out to me. Ryan Clark said something about it last night, but I remember Aaron Rodgers saying they didn't get a onside kick against the Seattle Seahawks a long time. What was it, 2000 and whatever year that was? They lost to the Seahawks. And Aaron Rodgers said, I remember that press conference. He said, I hate to call out a teammate, but I can't say nothing else. You have to make that play because it's never guaranteed that you ever get back. And he really never got back. And what reminded me to it is Ryan Clark said they played the Super Bowl. And he said after that, he said, I'm thinking we got a young Mike Tomlin. And he said, I just played against Aaron Rodgers, the best quarterback I ever played against. Both of them going to be back time and time again. And neither one of them never got back. And that stuck out to me crazy. And I think that they're both done. And not that Mike Tomlin can't coach no more. I just think that after 20 years in one place, it's hard to be like, okay, I want to go somewhere else and do it. So I do think they're both done.
Andy Reid did it. Not 20 years, but Andy Reid left Philly, and now he's successful in Kansas City. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Not anything. I'm just saying it's hard to want to. But Andy Reid did do it.
I'm throwing
after
that out
20 years of the same thing, getting a little strange might not be bad. It can rejuvenate you.
Hey, man, I like my old. Never mind. Anyway, so
why you go with me on this?
On this situation right here, I am hoping and I am praying that this is the last of Aaron Rodgers because you want to know why, guys? Because his play has been nothing but mediocre. This guy is 11-11 in playoff games. This guy, the last 4 years, has missed the playoff 3 out of 4. And then when he does get to the playoffs, he scores 6 fucking points. Not only did you score 6 points last night, you scored 6 points against the Cleveland Browns just a couple weeks ago. Y'all forgot about that. Your play had been declining because you don't want to be sacked. So a lot of times where he would have held the ball in his younger days, he would have took the sack or he would have tried to make a play. He did not want to give up the sack record to Myles Garrett. He didn't want to get sacked last night because guess what happened when he did get sacked? He fumbled the football and the game was over. But this is what I do want to say. Can we look up and say, we talk about Aaron Rodgers, he's the great Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely. He got 1 Super Bowl, guys. 1. Why when we talk about Russell Wilson, who beat him in the playoffs, we talk about Russell Wilson where his Hall of Fame is in question, but Russell Wilson did the same thing last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers team that he did this year.
Are you implying that they're the same caliber of person?
I didn't say that. What I said was, no, listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you rebuttal.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is Russell Wilson is a 9-time Pro Bowler. Russell Wilson has been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1, and he was a play away from winning 2. The guy matter of fact, I remember when, and I know Mike remember this. Remember when the Atlanta Falcons beat the Green Bay Packers like a fucking drum to go to the Super Bowl? He been getting his ass whooping in playoff games, not just losing, but getting his ass whooped. Do y'all remember when Kaepernick went up there and ran for 180 yards at home? Y'all remember when Jimmy G beat him at home in Green Bay? Come on, man. Go ahead, Don.
Was Aaron Rodgers the spy when was he the spy when he ran for 180 yards?
No.
But does he play kick covers to recover an onside kick?
Nope.
I mean, so some things are out of your control. Now, if you play bad and you lose, I'm all for down you. But if you're not it's just certain things in football you can't be held responsible for because just like you said, Aaron Rodgers scored 6 points last night, and then he scored whatever against Cleveland the other week.
6.
When we said C.J. Stroud was bad or Aaron Rodgers was bad, it was they played against an elite defense. Cleveland is an elite defense, and Houston is an elite defense. Everything, I just feel like everything needs to be equal when we speak about him. No, I think he's old and he's done, but I don't. He's a 5-time MVP. 4 or 5 MVP.
4 times.
4 times. That speaks for itself.
Donald, when was the last time Aaron Rodgers won a playoff game? How old were you?
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
You didn't have hair on your face when the last time.
Listen, so here's the thing. On this show, I hope we never get a fruit advertisement because we'll be trying to sell watermelon as oranges, apples as peanuts. Because at the end of the day, we're not comparing the same two people. It's a disgrace to compare Aaron Rodgers' career to Russell Wilson's career.
That's not what I said, Mike. I said, why is Russell Wilson's career in question to get in the Hall of Fame?
Okay, I'm about to tell you why.
That's what I said.
I'm about to tell you why. Y'all just went over it. How many MVPs? Where is he on the all-time passing list? Where is he on the all-time touchdown list? What is his career completion percent? I mean, you could go into a bevy of things as to why one is not being compared the same way off of the things that you tend to love unequivocally are the numbers and
the
all
wins.
of that.
Did he beat him in the playoffs? No.
Again, you're trying. You cannot compare a Pinto to a limousine. They're two totally different vehicles. You can only get 4 passengers in that goddamn Pinto.
Actually, get more. We had one.
No matter how you cut it.
Depends on if they're fat or not. I mean,
but Mike, what I'm saying, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is not a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why is it questioned that Russell Wilson? Now we're trying to question that Russell Wilson get in the Hall. That's all I'm saying.
That's borderline, Jody. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer or not.
Now, me personally, I believe that he's a Hall of Famer. The category of what we're doing. No, I don't see it like that. Aaron Rodgers. He's not even one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, but he's been elite, and his hardware says something different than Russell Wilson's. So Russell Wilson's, by the numbers, probably should get in, but it won't be first ballot, and it's going to be down the road a little bit. But I think that Super Bowl victory will ultimately get him in.
Hey, King Minks, he went to the playoffs last year. King Minks, he went with the Steelers. What are we talking about?
Who?
Russell Wilson was the playoff quarterback last year. What are we talking about?
You're right, Jody. Like Russell Wilson getting in the Hall of Fame, it isn't really. He should. I mean, basically off of all that we saw, all that he did, all of his numbers, he's most likely a Hall of Famer, not first ballot, but a Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers will be first ballot.
No. And let me clear up. Is Aaron Rodgers better than Russell? Absolutely, emphatically, yes. But what I'm saying is, it's crazy how it's people in the media. I'm not saying nobody on this show or anything, but I've heard inklings that Russell Wilson may have played himself out of the Hall of Fame his last couple of years. And I'm like, so if that's the case, why it's a lot of quarterbacks at the end of their career that played bad.
Well, if you look at what they did before they got to their bad years, that's what they're saying. And what Aaron Rodgers did before his last couple of seasons is going to get him to the Hall. I think that's what they're saying.
And my thing is this: so all 4 times that he won MVP, was he the best player?
No,
yes.
The best player.
That's subjective.
Let's go back and look at that.
Yes.
He had some great years because he had 48 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000%. But my question still remains. And like you said, it's going to be subjective. But no one can say emphatically, other than Mike, that he was the best player all 4 times that he won MVP.
See, this is the thing that I don't get. These are things that I don't understand. The man won the hardware, and then 10 years later, we want to. Well, was he really? Yes, clearly he was the best that year. But they voted him the best.
Whoa. Okay, so stop. So last year, was Josh Allen the best person? Was he the best player? And did he deserve to win the MVP?
Yeah, sure.
No. Lamar Jackson was
clearly.
Lamar Jackson was clearly the best player last year. Saquon Barkley was second.
Hold on. And so Jody, to that point, that's why I set it up the way that I did.
This is opinion based though. That's all opinion.
I know it's opinion based, but sometimes, okay, what were the metrics again? And I understand why Donald asked the questions that he's asking, because he wants everything to be everything to be equal, right? I agree with you wholeheartedly. And in that, everything has to be created equal. Was he the best player? What was his numbers? Did he outplay everybody? Because again, like last year, just because you got the hardware don't mean that you deserved it or that you earned it. Sometimes they give it to you. And guess what? They gave Josh Allen the goddamn MVP last year. And guess what? They could have gave Aaron Rodgers a couple of those MVPs too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying that they could have.
All I'm saying is this. The majority of voters, there's a group of people that vote. And the majority of the voters that have that voting privilege agreed on that person at that time.
To make it right.
And what others feel and what others think doesn't change the fact. You can everybody can have an opinion about something.
We know what the fact is.
Those trophies are there and they never going away.
We know the fact. That's not what I'm saying. You talking about the facts like I don't understand what a fact is. I know what the fact is. The fact is that he got it. But what I'm saying is, was he the best? Just like you asked, what was the numbers? I got to look at the numbers. I got to see what they was doing at that time and everything. There's nuances into that conversation. There's nuances into them getting what they get. So don't miss me with that. You can't change the facts. We know what the facts are. We're having a conversation. So the conversation is the nuances that goes along with that. We just don't know.
And Ray, to support what you're saying, why was it, if Josh Allen was the MVP, why wasn't he first team All-Pro quarterback then? Guess who was first team All-Pro quarterback? It was Lamar Jackson. Guess what? And how many times have y'all heard me bring this up? In 1987, they gave it to John Elway. John Elway was not the best player that year, but John Elway and Josh Allen are one and the same. I love both of them. But I don't really love John Elway because he took us out of the Super Bowl a couple times. You know what I mean? The thing was, John Elway was the All-American quarterback. He was not better than Joe Montana that year. He was not better than Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice set the record for most touchdown receptions. He had 23 total touchdowns in 12 games. Joe Montana had more yards passing and more touchdown passes and more team wins. Reggie White had 21 sacks in 12 games. You can't tell me that John Elway, who had 28 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, and his team won 8 games, was 8-4, was better than those guys I named. But guess what? They needed to put John Elway. He didn't even make first team all-pro at quarterback. It was Joe Montana. They had to do it because they needed a new superstar because they felt like John Elway needed that because he was the number 1 pick. The same way with Josh Allen. That's why everybody is rooting for Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl this year.
Hey, guess what Jody just gave? He just gave nuance. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I personally believe, now Josh Allen, a lot of times his numbers won't reflect a lot of things. I believe the numbers lie. I believe that Josh Allen is better than Lamar Jackson every year. That's my personal belief. I believe he's better at football than him.
Talk your shit, Allen,
I believe I have a better chance to win than Lamar Jackson.
Wow. They both came in the same year. Who has a better winning percentage?
Probably Lamar Jackson.
And I'm gonna help y'all out because words matter.
Does that make you a better? Does that make because you win more games?
I think Lamar Jackson's a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Take nothing away from Josh Allen.
Because let me finish real quick. Let me just ask this: because you win more games, that does not make you a better player.
This is true.
Okay,
this is true.
His numbers are better.
He's right though.
No, let me be honest. Now,
when they go head to head, that's what I compare.
Let me say this: is how many teams make the playoffs? What, 7-7? 14 teams make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Is Patrick Mahomes a top 14 quarterback in the NFL?
Yes.
Did he make the playoffs?
He hurt.
Did he make the playoffs?
No, he hurt.
Last game, they were already eliminated.
Okay.
Did he make the playoffs?
Actually, they weren't eliminated when he got hurt. They're still alive.
He done won 7 fucking. Oh my God, he went 7 fucking AFC Championship games in 5 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl victories. And we questioning his job in
right now. We living in it right now.
Hey, if you ask me that question, was he a top 14 quarterback this year? I'm gonna say no.
He was this year.
Damn lie.
He was this year. His team didn't perform.
See, oh shit,
so
Jody. I know that's your son, but damn, bro.
Go look at his numbers. He was up for the MVP.
What time you about here?
You can't have it both ways, Jody.
No, they didn't. I don't care what he did this year. He could have had 0 yards passing. You can't take away 7 years and say we talking about now.
All right.
Come on, man.
So here we go. And words matter. And I totally understood Donald's last take and disagreed with it 1,000%. But you guys, Jody asked the question: how can you not be the first team all quarterback, but be the league MVP, right?
Yeah.
The league MVP is for the most valuable player, not the best position, not the most valuable position player, not the most valuable person on earth. It's the most valuable player who impacts winning of their team at the highest level, and the voters felt as if it was Josh Allen, the most valuable player, though he might not have been the best quarterback in the league.
Hold on, Mike. If that's the case, why fucking offensive lineman never won the fucking MVP?
Because no one cares about linemen.
So, according to what Mike said, he just said the most valuable player. It's sometimes. Do you think? And I'm gonna go to Donald on this because Donald was the victory. He won that game. Do you think that Patrick Mahomes felt like his 2 tackles were the most valuable players when Tampa Bay was running his ass down all game in the Super Bowl?
He should have.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say
let's throw that sentiment out the window that the best player wins the MVP every year or the most valuable player, because go look at the record when Trent Williams is playing for the 49ers and when Trent Williams is not playing for the 49ers. Go look at their record.
Oh, you got to go. Jody, like we talked about last year.
MVP, and we know that Desmond Howard was not the best player on the field.
Hold on. So I'm about to let you jump in here. Hold on, Ray. I love it. Say that again, Mike.
Desmond Howard was the most valuable player, though he was not the best player on the field.
Thank you. So Jaylen Brown was not the best player on the Celtics.
No, that's a different scenario, different sport.
This nigga stupid.
Mike, this nigga dropped the mic on you, dog. You dropped the
That's
mic.
a different sport. I said we're not going to compare apples and oranges and all of that stuff. Now we comparing football to basketball. Next we're going to be comparing.
This nigga doing prison poses on your ass. Come on, Mike. Where you at?
We're going to be comparing swimming to boxing and shit. Oh, Michael Phelps is better than Mike Tyson.
You set yourself up for that one, Mike.
It goes back to, like we talked about Jody last year, voter fatigue. It happens in a lot of sports.
And that's Jordan
could have won MVP every year. We all know that. But we got to spread the wealth. Lamar Jackson can't win the MVP every year. That's part of it.
Because there was a time where Patrick Mahomes, for about 4 years, he probably could have won MVP every single year, and he didn't.
Can't do it.
And he was the most valuable player on the team or in the league. And so what I'm saying is, again, it's nuances to the conversation every single goddamn time. It can't just be, they won it. Well, guess what? Damn it. There was times where, and if we're going to go, I can compare the MVP of basketball to the MVP. There was times when Kobe, Bean, Bryant should have won probably the daggone MVP every goddamn year. And they gave it to Steve Nash, and they gave it to daggone your boy, Dirt.
Whoa.
No, I don't know. Dirt earned that one.
I
think Dirt earned that one, right?
I try to go. I've been trying to think of what year that Kobe actually deserved it.
What
year didn't he deserve it?
No, I'll be trying to think about it, because the one year Nash won it, they were sorry as hell. The whole team was sorry as hell. I don't think they made the playoff. They were sorry as hell. And then the next year, Braun them had better numbers and more wins than them. I've been just trying to see what year. I've been trying to see what year.
The 2 years when he won back-to-back fucking championships without Shaq. What are we talking about?
Man, let me help you out with this one. I got this one.
Matter of fact, hold on. I like that. Let's change. Hold on. Boom. Go ahead, Don.
I'm saying the regular season MVP and being on the best team and winning the championship are two different things.
And this is what And this is what we were supposed to be talking about with young Chris, but he had to go to work. So let's go. We'll do it again. Go ahead, Mike, because we right here. We here now.
The problem with what he's talking about is no one from Duke has ever won an MVP in basketball. So he doesn't compute in his mind about nothing about that. So his take about basketball gonna be off every which way you cut it.
Hey Ray.
Coming from the guy whose team we haven't had a player make an All-Star game since Vince Carter.
Yo, now that's crazy.
Let me tell you something. Let me help you out with this. Let me help you out with this. If I just take the rings that Scott Williams alone has, he got more rings than your best player from Duke.
Cooper Flag gonna win MVP within 5 years, brother.
So the most championships make you the best.
Tar Heels,
not no damn Scott Williams.
Not Scott Williams.
Between Duke and Carolina. Duke players are not that valuable historically, and as you see, you think I just proved it. Jaylen Brown, the Dukes, the Tatum is great.
Mike, how come you don't talk Hurricanes basketball?
No Eastern Conference MVP, no nothing.
You know what's crazy? Mike, you have to stop letting your emotions and hate come in between emotions. Listen, you got to just put Mike in situations where he has to hate himself. Listen, he hates so much, you got to see which one he hates the most. Like he hates Braun so much, he said himself, a Duke player deserved the Finals MVP. Right or wrong?
I don't even know what Duke player you'd be talking about.
You know what?
Jason Tatum.
No, he said that Kyrie Irving deserved the MVP when they won the championship.
Oh, against Golden State?
Oh, LeBron.
He said that.
LeBron said it,
Yeah.
Mike said that.
Mike.
That's possible.
He said that. Listen,
But
Michael said he'll say anything depending on what he hates the most.
Right. That's a good point.
But that's a fact.
That's facts.
Nobody's arguing that fact with you.
I
hate Duke.
That's not being an
call
honest
it out
government.
every time when they are being overhyped or when misguided conversation is happening. And like, say for this, when I get on your uncle, this is a family thing. The guy loves to talk about Super Bowls, but he's never seen his team in one. He criticized everybody who's been to one, but they've never been to one. Then he wants to start talking about the 1920s and one-legged Bob scoring for the Browns and winning some type of championship in the inaugural year of football. And
One-legged Bob.
Nigga said y'all had leather helmets.
Hey Ray, they was playing.
They had two picks.
He talking about this that NFL championship that was played in Dayton.
Hey, Mike,
Triangle Park.
Mike is so subjective on what he want to talk about.
Oh man,
he ain't talking about
that's hilarious.
He ain't talking about Jody. You don't remember this, but when I start bringing up historical things, let's talk about now. Which one is it, Mike? Because last time I checked, you do not get a championship for second place, Mike. You don't get it. You're so happy about going and getting the participation trophy with the Atlanta Falcons. You ain't no better than me. We at home chilling. You went to the Super Bowl. What did that mean if you didn't win?
No. I can tell you.
Or Miami going to the national championship and be runner-up.
Right. Don't do that, Ray. Because I tell you right now.
He said, "Don't do that."
He'll be the first person to. No, the Bengals been to the Super Bowl 3 times, and it's the fact. It's not about you celebrate. If I'm 6'2", I'm 6'2". I'm not 6'1". I'm not 5'11". I'm.
Are you 6'2", Mike?
2. I'm not 6'5", but I am every bit of 6'2".
Mike, are you 6'2"?
But if you can't check somebody that's 6'3", if you can't go to 6'3" person, who gives a fuck what you 6'2"?
What the hell your height got to do with? What the hell your height got to do with y'all being runners up in the national championship?
Being 6'2" is a runner up to being 6'5", but I'm still 6'2", and I'm proud of that.
Height is
okay.
You proud?
Okay. Hey, be proud of being second best.
Hey, Ray, he proud of being second best. I'll get it. Hey, real quick, guys, we got an epic matchup in the NBA. Epic matchup in the NBA. Spurs are 3-0 against the Thunder. The Thunder has really been. They haven't been playing that well since the tournament, the mid-season tournament, which I don't like. But anyway, that's a different conversation. Solo on Sports, man. Who you got in this matchup Wemby is coming off the bench, and they're 8-1 with Wemby coming off the bench. What do you think happens in this matchup tonight?
I expect the Thunder to play this game like a Game 7. They are tired of the Spurs kicking their ass in the tournament and in the regular season. The Thunder are going to bring it tonight. I expect the Thunder to really try to make a statement. I know it ain't even All-Star break yet. I expect the Thunder to play well and get a big win tonight against the Spurs. They're playing in Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah, San Antonio has beaten them. They beat them in their stadium already.
I expect the Thunder to win. They need to win convincingly because they need to, in their mind, they need to say, we can beat these motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now, the Spurs are in their head. I'm telling you right now, because Spurs have been dominating them all year. I'm pretty sure the Thunder are probably thinking, hey, man, we need to stay away from the goddamn Spurs. We can't beat these some bitches. So tonight's a big game for Oklahoma City. Now, if I was the Spurs, I would play mind games. I would rest Wemby just to fuck with them. You know what? We ain't going to play our best player. We still going to keep it close. That's the type of shit Phil Jackson would do back in the day. Against not the Warriors, but against Sacramento and some of the other teams in the West, he would play mind games. You know, we ain't gonna play Shaq tonight.
Well, they won't let Kobe shoot. Donald, what you think about this game right here? The Spurs and Thunder, man. This is a big time matchup in the NBA.
I can't see them beating them again just because it's the law of averages, but I do think the Spurs are a matchup nightmare because they understand the thing that the Thunder depend on. You fouling and you not being disciplined and reaching out, the Spurs don't have to do that because they have somebody to stand and protect the rim. So you don't have to foul when you have somebody just stand and protect the rim. Just play straight up. And everybody don't have a Wemby. So the Spurs are a matchup nightmare for them. But I do think tonight, I think the Thunder are going to win tonight. But I don't think it means that much. But I do think the Thunder win tonight.
Okay. Ray, what do you think about this matchup? This is a marquee matchup in the NBA. Probably the best matchup that we're going to see probably after the All-Star break. What do you think about this one?
I'm really just tripping off of what Soul said. He said the Thunder is gonna bring it, and guess where this game is being played at? On the cock. Hey man, you a nasty dude.
Is it on the cock?
Yeah, it's on the cock. It's on NBC in the cock.
Yeah, 7 stroke time, baby.
Actually, I think that the Spurs just have a number. I think they develop a plan, and they know what works for them. OKC was chasing a record, I believe, at the time. I think they probably was allowing stuff to get to their head about, oh man, we're gonna break Golden State's record and this is that and the other. And I think they were shooting for that. And I think when you have a goal like that and that you're trying to obtain it, I think once you put emphasis on it, subconsciously or consciously, you self-sabotage, whether you know it or not. And I think that's kind of where they were with that. To me personally, I think that the Spurs was just a freaking nightmare matchup wise. And I think they're going to expose them today. Again, I think this will be the 4th time. I think it'll be a sweep.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael, the people saying, who you got in this marquee matchup? I believe everybody is suiting up tonight. So you can't say I passed on this game like you normally do. Who you got?
Everybody's suiting up, then I'm all in. That's just my standard. I got a question because this is your team. Why is Wemby coming off the bench? I've been noticing it. What's the deal?
They're monitoring his minutes. He's on a minutes restriction because of his injury history, and they want to make sure that he's going to be ready to go when it really matters the most.
Ralph Sampson.
But he's playing, though. He's not missing games. He's just coming off the bench.
Okay. So
he's not doing load management. He's just coming off the bench.
Yeah. So he'll maybe MVP and 6th man of the year by the time this is over, which I'm okay with that.
He already missed him in the game for all that.
Kevin McHale style.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. As long as you play, I could care less. Because now, with everybody playing, this is what the NBA is supposed to be every single night. Because the NBA has enough talent and stars for matchups to be fantastic if guys were healthy enough to play. I don't know what's in the water these days. I do not know how. In the 70s and 80s, teams were able to play. Guys were able to play 82 games with neck braces and all kinds of stuff. But these guys are the best trained athletes, spend the most money on their body. You know what? Spend the most money on their bodies, sleep in hyperbaric chambers.
That boogers, you know what it was. That's why they was all
that cocaine.
That white girl.
Well, then maybe they need to go back to it.
Hey, Pimp C said that white
Lakers, who you got in this game? I'm sorry, Mike. Who you got in this game?
The Lakers in the forum.
I think the Thunder finally get a win, because they are getting to the point where they got to get a win against this team, because at some point, if they don't get a win, no matter what you say, doubt can start creeping in the psyche of that team. Can we really beat these guys? So they got to get a win, and I think they get the win tonight.
Guys, newsflash: Spurs win again. I just believe that the Spurs bench, it's too many matchups, and even if we don't play Wemby, the way Johnson's been playing off the bench, the way Versailles has been playing, Harrison Barnes has been the best addition to this roster of a young, talented group of individuals. Harrison Barnes balances that. He won a championship. He hits big shots. Harrison Barnes does exactly what a veteran does. He has no ego. He's our Iguodala to what Golden State used to have. So Harrison Barnes, even though Carolina guy, but he's a guy that he shoots pretty solid from the three-point line. He defends pretty well. I just think, man, and then you got guys like Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper has been phenomenal in his rookie campaign. So I just think, honestly, man, this is a situation where San Antonio can really put their handprints on the Western Conference, because we match up well with OKC, but I don't know if we match up well with the Denver Nuggets. So it's almost like, you know, you got to pick your poison in certain situations, in certain scenarios. And I think the Spurs will come up with a victory, man. So
I can see that, Joe. The Spurs have been bad for about 5 years. They've been having a shitload of lottery picks. So and they've hit on those lottery picks, and now they got a deep roster, a bunch of young players. So they got a nice squad. I ain't hating. They got a nice squad, but that's what happened when they fixed the lottery for you. And you get the second pick in the draft, you weren't supposed to be there. But we'll talk about that.
But hold on, y'all got the first pick. Hold on, y'all got the first.
Y'all know y'all shouldn't have had the first pick, Lance.
Y'all got the first pick of the draft.
Well,
y'all know y'all shouldn't have had that.
That's because we gave the Lakers Luka. That was already set up.
But this is my thing. If that's the case, so if that's the case of teams having multiple first round picks,
yes, sir.
So why the fuck is Sacramento still bad?
Because of Sacramento.
I'll wait.
They haven't had a top pick though.
Yes, they have.
The first pick?
They haven't had the first pick, but they done had a whole bunch of fucking top 5 picks. Sacramento, man, go look at their whole roster. Their whole roster is fucking lottery picks.
Well, they have Vlade Divac as their GM. He don't know. All you know is cigarettes. You don't know nothing about basketball.
All I'm saying is, don't put on San Antonio. We've been bad for 5 years. But we hit on our draft picks. Don't get mad because we hitting on our draft picks. Shit.
I'm not mad, brother. I'm happy for y'all. I can't wait to Cooper Flag start kicking y'all ass in the playoffs if we ever get there. I hope this happens sooner than later.
And let's go ahead and change gears for a second before we get out of here, Donald. I'm gonna start with you on this one.
That's wrong.
Mr. fucking Plastic is going to miss several fucking months with a ligament tear in his fucking hand. Now, this may go down as the worst fucking trade in NBA history. Anthony Davis is yet again going to be AD he's going to be in street clothes again. And do you believe this is the worst trade in recent memory, him for Luka Doncic?
Nah, they got the number 1 pick for it, and it was already, they knew what they was getting anyway. But the player for player, how it panned out, yeah, it's pretty bad. But knowing they was getting the number 1 pick, another franchise cornerstone, it's not as bad because of the draft was already rigged for them to get that anyway.
Mike, same question. Anthony Davis is yet going to be out for a long. He's probably going to be out for the rest of the year. Let's call it what it is.
Sorry, nigga.
Does this go down for player, worst trade in NBA history, or at least in recent memory?
Jody, you're younger than me, but I'm quite sure you remember this because your memory is fantastic. There was a video game, came out around about 1987, 88. It was a Nintendo. And one of the favorite games on Nintendo all around the world was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And there was one particular individual that you knew you would start in the early rounds with, and that guy was Glass Joe. And you knew that as soon as you hit Glass Joe, and then the match was going to be over. And that is Anthony Davis needs a Glass Joe t-shirt and branding because that is who he is. I liked AD in college when he was the brow. but now he is a shell of him, what he used to be. It's unfortunate to see a player with this skill level, this talent level, have the back half of this career, because he should be in the prime of his career right now, not looking like Willis Reed in 1986 when it was all, over with. So it's really sad to see. And I'm out of hope. I kept thinking AD would turn it around. Just if he got somewhere, if something would motivate him. I don't see it, bro. One of the worst results-based trades I've seen in a very long time.
That's good stuff. Ray, talk to me about Anthony Davis, man. Whew, out again, man.
Well, Anthony Davis, AD stands for always disabled, and this guy is
Always
never available.
doubtful.
But this is the crazy part about it. He's not going to be out as long as everybody thinks. They said it's not going to need any surgery in his hand, so he's only going to be out for 6 weeks. Still, it's enough. I'm just telling you what they said. All right, he ain't gonna be out for several months as they originally thought if he would have had to have surgery. But nevertheless, it'll be another injury by the time he comes back in March.
Hey, that was the point. He'll come back from the hand injury in 6 weeks, and then he'll be out another 6 weeks with a toe injury, bro.
It is what it is. And for me personally, I think it is probably one of the worst trades to date. Yes, y'all did get compensated with the first round pick, but y'all was supposed to have some immediate, relief right now, and he didn't bring it. I think he had a real good game that first game, and I think that first game he got hurt when he first came.
God damn right he did.
So what are you expecting? Listen, at this point, he should be like Tyrese, crying on live, talking about, what more do you want from me?
It makes it worse when he get hurt. Because you will be balling and then just be hurt. So I have hope in you as a player, but it's like you're just never going to play.
So,
Jody, if it wasn't for your guy Ben Simmons, this would be a runaway.
He didn't get. What are you talking about?
I know what he mean. I know what he mean. He talking about one of the worst.
He didn't get traded for nobody though, didn't he? I think he
don't have to get hurt. He was just bad.
Hey, you talking about Ben Simmons is 4-time.
Don't get that nigga started on Ben Simmons, man.
Hey, so but we just have to add some. At what Ray said, you have to add context.
Yeah,
I was just adding context.
He's a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA defensive player, and he been to the Eastern Conference Finals. I digress.
Hey, Ray,
listen, I knew he was gonna bring up his stats, bro. I don't even know.
One day it was just me, Jody, and Michael the show, and me and Mike came on the things that, man, Jody really defends these light-skinned niggas. And we start going down the list like, oh,
Patrick Mahomes.
He really liked the light-skinned niggas.
He's got an honorary light-skinned
nigga. Mahomes, Jason Tatum.
Ben
Simmons.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Yeah. Hey, I love Derek Jeter, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Yeah, you're right.
All of them. Every last one of them.
Hey, so I left this last for you because it's your team.
Yes,
it's
sir.
your team. I don't know if y'all trying to get Cam Boozer in the draft or something. But talk to me about AD, man, being out.
Well, just like when I smoke a brisket, I think Anthony Davis ligaments are just as tender as the brisket as I smoke every single Sunday, football Sunday. Y'all niggas gotta come see me, baby. When y'all come down here, then we'll smoke a brisket for you niggas. This nigga's ligaments are made out of wet toilet paper. You know, this nigga, man, this nigga just can't stay healthy, man. You think he when he got hurt this last time, you think it was like a hangnail. It went from a hangnail to this nigga got a cast on his arm. What the fuck happened? He just soft. He's never going to be able to achieve his overall talents. We all know the dude's got so much talent. If he can stay healthy, he can be one of the best power forwards in NBA history. He just cannot stay healthy. And as you get older, you don't start getting healthier. So the Mavericks got themselves a lemon. They didn't check the Carfax on this motherfucker. So you get what you pay for. You buy shit as is. This is what you get. And yeah, they got fucked in that trade with no Vaseline, like Mike said, with no Vaseline.
No Vassy, baby.
Go ahead, Don.
Being realistic, do y'all think it got something to do with his actual bones and the way he grew?
Nigga didn't drink enough milk when he was a kid or something.
Because this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. You know, a lot of taller players, their bones be messed up in like certain ways. Growth can actually mess you up. Like, you know, he went from 6'2" to 6'10" in like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
It's not natural to be that tall, yeah.
But I will say this, maybe, just maybe, everywhere he goes, they got a power plant next to it.
Ray, stop that shit.
I think if the nigga cut off his brow, he'll probably say
Did any of y'all used to eat peanut brittle when you were a kid?
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Can eat that shit now.
I done chipped a couple of teeth off of them.
My mom used to have peanut brittle by her bed.
Yeah, my mom loved that stuff too.
Hey, Asia said light skin with big booties is Jody's type and nice hair
too. So Ben Simmons has a big booty. What she said?
Yo, I didn't say that, sis. That's messed up. That's messed up. All right.
I'm disappointed in Anthony Davis though. He playing his way, like you said, Russell Wilson playing his way out of stuff. He playing his way down there with like Patrick Ewing or something, man.
Patrick,
whoa.
Unhealthy guy. Unhealthy guy. Listen, unhealthy guy.
Wait a minute.
Anthony Davis has more first-time All-NBAs. Anthony Davis has a championship. He has more all defense. So he's more accomplished than Pat Ewing, but he's playing his way down. This is just
I can
kind of see where he's saying. I can kind of see where he's saying.
Information. That's all it is.
That Mickey Mouse championship they got.
See, I'm not going to let that false equivalency go. I'm not going to let it happen. If you take them by the numbers of their career, Patrick Ewing was hurt at the tail end of his career when he had played way
He's a supersonic.
When Pat Ewing,
that's true. That's true.
Not true, Mike.
Nigga was a supersonic.
He missed in 92 when he played against the Bulls. That's when remember when he started getting nicked up. Because remember when they played in the finals, he was not
nicked up. That's
available
funny. I like you said that, Joe. That's nicked up. He got nicked up.
Hey, no problem.
I like that.
I don't recall Patrick Ewing missed. If I took their careers and stacked them up year for year through where Anthony Davis is right now, I know Patrick Ewing played more games.
No, we're not saying that. No, he did play more games.
So
no, because hold on, what year are you talking about, Jody? Because
against the San Antonio Spurs.
That was
99. That was 99.
That was a 99.
Also, he missed playoff games. He missed
that playoff.
Do you know how many years Patrick Ewing had been in the league by 1999?
So 10, the same as Olajuwon. What are we talking about? He younger than Olajuwon.
99, he played that by 99, he would have been in there for 14 years. He got in there in 85. He got drafted in 85.
In the playoffs, not regular season, but he had some games in the playoffs where his knees were bad. That's why, to be honest, that's why he didn't play a lot of minutes in the Olympics in 92 because his knees were bad.
That nigga didn't check out the game though, like AD.
No. Hold on, Jody. Every playoff that he was in the playoffs, he played every game. And he played 30, 38 minutes, 37 minutes, 39 minutes, 36 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 41 minutes, 36. Like, he's played.
But he missed, what I'm saying, he missed some series. That's why they didn't go as far.
But you're talking, what I'm saying is what you're saying is on the back half of his career.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But year in to year out, Anthony Davis is in year what right now?
He been in the league about 14 years.
13? 13, 14?
13, 14 years.
They won the championship in 2012.
This year what? For Anthony Davis?
They won the championship in Kentucky 2012.
And on top of that,
okay, I'm fine with that.
So about 11, 12 years.
So if you take Patrick Ewing's 12th year and Anthony Davis' 12th year and you do 1 through 12, I guarantee you Patrick Ewing has played significantly more games.
Oh, yeah, he did. But who got a championship, though?
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Is that the bubble we talking about?
The goddamn Mickey Mouse chip.
Anthony Davis made first team All NBA more than Patrick Ewing. It was healthy less. He was first team All Defense more than him.
Well, there were more centers in the NBA.
I was just about to say that too.
Anthony Davis played power forward.
Anthony Davis played power forward actually with better power
okay,
forward.
well,
depending on what team he's on.
I could go there as well.
Go ahead.
You want me to start? You want me to start with Karl Malone?
No, he's talking about who's the best power forwards playing today.
You tell me.
I gotta take Anthony Davis off that list.
One who's better than every power forward from Patrick Ewing's era.
Who's that?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Would you say Tim Duncan was in that era?
No, Tim Duncan's 2000s.
Okay. Tim Duncan started in the 90s.
Wait a minute. See, I love when they try to take.
He won a championship in the 90s.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah, that's a championship.
So you give him the 90s? He's a 90s player, played 1 year in the 90s?
No.
That nigga played more than 1 year in the 90s.
I would say 2000. He
definitely is 2000. He's
His
definitely
decade 2000.
Tim Duncan came out of college in his prime. That nigga was not. He was
listen. He's the great. We're not saying that he's the greatest. But I'm counting Tim Duncan as a 2000s player. He had his best portion of his career was in the 2000s.
But I mean, we can talk about that. My thing on Anthony Davis, real quick, on him missing more time. Yes, this does go down as one of the worst trades because of what Luka Doncic is doing. This guy is going to be able to take the Lakers to the next level when LeBron finally hangs it up. He will bring a championship to Los Angeles at some point. I mean, they got the resources when LeBron leave, and you got Anthony Davis, who you probably gonna get nothing for, because I think he's probably gonna be done. It's probably his last year as a Maverick. Y'all not gonna get nothing in compensation. They talking about sending him over to the Atlanta Hawks because they got a lot of expiring contracts over there, like Porzingis, and bringing Porzingis back just so he can be balled out. So I think it's the worst trade because you ain't gonna have no compensation, and we talking about one of the best players in the NBA in Luka Doncic. So that's why I feel like this will be one of the worst trades. Not that Anthony Davis is a bad player. It's just when you look player for player, because that's what the key centerpieces was. Luka Doncic he's 26 years old. Luka Doncic got plenty of time to still win MVPs and win championships. That's why I say that. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about some NBA stuff. But I thought we was gonna be able to have a whole NBA show, but we'll wait for that when young Chris is on the show.
We'll do that shit tomorrow. He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. So go ahead and give me your final thought, man, as we get out.
Final thought, man. I'm looking forward to Mike showing up. Are you gonna be at the championship game, Mike?
I will be in Miami come Saturday. We are keeping an eye on the tickets for the game right now. We've got a situation where those tickets.
I know they're expensive.
They went haywire. So what I'm expecting will happen is that come game time, then there'll be a dumping of tickets, and we may get in there. But we will be at the Orange Bowl for sure. So yes. Continue.
I'm looking forward to the championship game. The U versus Indiana. Whoever thought we'd say this? This is crazy to even think that either one of these teams would be in the championship game. But I'm very impressed with what Indiana's done. They're very impressed with what the Miami Hurricanes have done. Looking forward to the game on MLK Day. What happens? And I'm just looking forward to that game. That's all.
Okay. Ray Moore, this is Barbara Lindsay. Give me your final thought.
Man, my final thought is now that the Steelers are out of the playoffs, can we talk about that young man grabbing that man's peen? That was just disgusting. That's nasty work. That has no. You must have been training with a Dominican Sue or something, because the nasty stuff that just happened on the field last night was crazy work. And I would listen. I would probably get ejected out the game because I'm swinging. That's just not happening where somebody's just gonna violate me on the field and trying to act like it was a football play. So I like the piece that you put up on it, but that was nasty work, man. For that alone, I'm glad they lost. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Have you seen what's happened on the bottom of these piles?
Yeah.
The only thing that happened The only thing that happened was there wasn't enough bodies on top of the pile to cover up the bullshit that goes on in the bottom of the pile.
But it wasn't no fumble, though, Mike. What the fuck are we doing here?
He was trying to create the fumble to get.
You were trying to get that a happy ending. What he was trying to do?
Yeah, he was some gloves on too. He was like,
"Hey, Ray, he was trying to get a nigga hysterectomy."
You almost done? You almost done?
He said, "I'm gonna pull his heart out from his balls."
Please, Michael, the people said.
Man, this was a ballsy episode. I can tell you that.
Yes, sir. Very ballsy.
I think my final thought for the day basically is that I think that this is an excellent opportunity in Atlanta for Atlanta to get a coach that can take the franchise into the next stage of their development. They've got a lot of great young pieces on that team, both offensively and defensively now. And so a guy like I had mentioned the other day, Harbaugh would be a great fit there, but I think Mike Tomlin would be a much better fit in Atlanta. He fits the city. The city would embrace him. The lemon peppers would be on sale. The Georgia Dome or Mercedes-Benz Stadium would be rocking every week. Atlanta would be a really fun place to be with Mike Tomlin guiding the ship for the Falcons, because I think that would add some stability that they may have never. He would be the best coach that they've ever hired. So I'd love to see that.
I can see that. Okay, Donald. Give me a final thought.
My final thought is this little local. I skipped the game to get on with you guys tonight. Troutwood and Dunbar game tonight. Just hope my Rams got a win. It should be about over. I don't know. I haven't got an update or nothing. Just hope my Rams get a win tonight.
No doubt. Hey, my final thought is this, man. I was a little disappointed with a championship caliber coach for the Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla. He felt like he got cheated with the illegal screen, and every time a media person asked him a question, he answered it with illegal screen. He acted like that's the only time in history that somebody's ever did illegal screen. You're a championship caliber coach, and you trying to tell your players how to handle things. Me personally, it's the first time I had criticism for Joe Mazzulla, but this is my criticism on him. It like I heard a lot of people say, if you're gonna say something, go ahead and get the fine and go after the referees. But to sit up here and just say illegal screen, if you're gonna really do it, go fucking do it. Go ahead. Somebody in the organization to pay it. You got enough money, you can pay it. But don't say illegal screens where you know that there was ulterior motive why you was doing it. If you're gonna go after the refs, go after them motherfuckers. But don't sit back and say illegal screen trying to be Marshawn Lynch talking about I'm here just so I won't get fined. I don't like that from a championship caliber coach. You got more, you're better than that. I don't want to see that no more out of Joe Mazzulla, man, talking about illegal screen. If you're gonna go after him, fucking go after him. But don't do that. Don't do that. That's
not only that, Joe, he's a Celtics coach. You know how many calls the Boston Celtics have gotten over the last 50 years?
But think about it.
Up.
So if you're gonna go after the refs, go after them motherfuckers. Don't send a subliminal message. Go ahead.
That shit balances out.
Take one game suspension, but that was weak. Because the media did nothing to you. The media did nothing to you, God.
Jaylen Brown did this shit the other day.
Are you attacking a light-skinned dude?
Oh,
hey, but this is my thing though. Like, the best way to send the message is through the media. This is gonna get clipped up 150 times. That's the only time the coaches can actually say something is when they're talking to the media. So I mean, my thing is sometimes your statement gotta be bold and gotta be loud, and everybody ain't gonna be in agreement with it. But should he have done it? Probably not, but I don't see nothing wrong with it, with him going to the media and doing it.
But the media, you can get some of these guys fired because their job is to get the best take, and that's the only soundbite you get. My thing, Ray, is if the media would have asked a question that was stupid, I would have understood that. But all they asked you is how you felt about that call. I
mean, if that's all you can say on that, I mean, I think he was probably looking at it better to say that than to say something else. I don't know.
But then they asked
He kept saying
else.
it. He kept saying it.
But
Yeah,
if Hal McCray had hit somebody with that telephone that he threw, then you would have been upset about that because that wouldn't have been good for the media person that telephone would have hit.
Go ahead, Dom.
I honestly think that they need to stop making it mandatory that they have to talk to the media. First of all, if I'm mad, it's like a lose-lose situation. I may say something emotionally being mad, but if I don't speak to you, I get fined. It's like entrapment. What are you doing? Why do I have to talk to y'all?
Because you make you make a whole lot of money, and without them talking to the media, a lot of people like us won't have jobs.
Look, one day it's gonna happen because this is gonna be the press conference. What was the question, Jody? What they asked me?
They asked him. They said, "What did he feel about the last play?" I think when they did the illegal screen.
Fuck all y'all. Once somebody finally says that is going to change. All of this politically, they're trying to find what. No, I can't wait till we get that first coach that really, really goes nuclear and lets it all fly. And then we'll see exactly how often they have these coaches speaking immediately after the game.
Because you gotta be fake. If you're mad and that's how you feel, you gotta be fake. And you can't even say it. And you want me to get an honest take.
You know what's worse, Donald? You know what's worse when they talk to the Oregon Duck coach before he's walking off the field at halftime. They're down 35-7. What do you think? Get the fuck out of my face. Oh, man, they got 4 touchdowns. You asking me about the first? That's way worse.
That's a good topic though. But
the funniest thing, my bad. This is the last. The funniest thing when Anthony Edwards told dude, he said something about you not speaking to me. Anthony Edwards said, "You know how old you are? You ain't got that much longer to work. I'm gonna be in the league for a while. Man, y'all be irrelevant in a minute."
Yo, that's crazy. Hey, that's a great topic. Hey, appreciate you. Said great show, guys. I'm your host of Against the Grain Sports Podcast, Uncut, Jody Coleman. We got my man Michael, the people, Sam Perry in the building. Donald, the voice of the youth. We got Jarrell, Soul on Sports, Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Ray, more than just a barber, Lindsay. We got Andrew mic'd up, and we can't do none of this without Jason, the hefty lefty, and Jay Kane in the kitchen cooking it up, man. Ray, man, what we doing till tomorrow, man?
Yo, we working.
Peace.